Take 3. Hello YouTube, Fallout Who forums, and I guess internet archaeologists from the future. Spyduck here, and I'm showing off a little bit of one of the mods I'm doing. It's a mod for Fallout Who, so a mod of a mod. Great, I was saying that. I'm just going to show off a little bit of the intro, and I haven't even finished the intro to it, honestly, but I've just kind of been doing bits everywhere. So basically the mod is called Fallout Paradox because I can't name things. I'm basically just kind of combining the Doctor Who, Fallout, and Faction Paradox lore into one mod. For anyone who doesn't know, Faction Paradox is kind of a spin-off of Doctor Who. Started as Doctor Who novels and then kind of deviated into its own thing. So, yeah, let's just get started. I'm actually using an older save because I can't find, I think I overwrote one by accident. So I've got to cheat to get it started, so shield your eyes. Let me see. No, not that one. Okay, so basically the mod starts, the quest line starts as soon as you finished Fallout Who and the Translore quest. Either by starting it or just, you know, not finishing it. I was going to read through this, but it's moving too fast, so I won't. So it starts getting a spam message to the TARDIS, as you can see. You're told to visit Translore, which, if you've played the mod, or the Fallout Who mod already, you know Translore can be destroyed. Which I'm not going to explain too much with the Faction Paradox lore here, but the basics of Faction Paradox is there's a war between the Time Lords, known as the Great Houses, and an enemy that's just as powerful called the Enemy. Not much is known about the Enemy, but I can't type. Okay. So I've been told to visit Translore. You'll have to forgive me, I'm bad at talking while I go through these menus. Okay, take 3, 4. Okay, had to restart Fallout because it kept glitching up, but I don't know if it's recording software or what, but I'm in windowed mode now, so it might be a little bit laggier. Anyway, I don't remember exactly where I was at. Basically, the mod starts out at the end of Fallout Who, where, spoilers, you go to Gallifrey and save the day. There's an optional quest in Fallout Who called the Siege, where, spoilers, Translore gets destroyed. Essentially, in Faction Paradox, the novels, it's about a big war between these two rival Time Lords and the Enemy, which Time Lords are all about preserving history, the Enemy is all about changing it to be kind of their version of events. So I'm gonna go to not gonna talk while going through these menus, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I'm gonna go to Translore, which was already destroyed, so that gives you an idea of what's going on. That in the quest name rewrite. Also, this console is a bit changed from the Fallout 2 version. That's actually a separate mod. I'm going to be releasing it at some point once I finish it, but yeah, a bunch of console rooms have changed. This one in particular is supposed to be more like the books, but I haven't finished it. It's just kind of, there's rails. That's about it, really. So now basically, I'm just gonna spoil a little bit of the quest line, just to kind of get things moving. You're gonna be revisiting locations, but they're gonna be different than they were before. Take 5. Okay, this keeps freezing on me. I've changed my settings. Apparently my computer's a piece of shit today. Anyway, let's go see Trenzalore. So Trenzalore is now actually a snow planet, unlike before. Completely different. Same landscape basically, but everything else is completely different. Get a signal from the show that's gonna it's gonna be its own thing. It's not gonna be the same quest or same plot as the show. A new face, well met, traveler, well met. What brings you to our town? All of my impressions are that voice. I'm sorry about that. I'm just gonna question how's this town here? Trenzalore was destroyed in the war? Certainly not. Besides, we've never had a war here. Ever, I think. It's actually a very nice town. Been here about 150 years. Ask up at the tower if you like. Skip the rest of it. So, where is the tower? Up on the hill, you can't miss it. The old clock tower. Elder Ezekiel takes care of it, and you can usually find him there. Bye. So, I spent a stupid amount of time kind of making this look decent. I still need to add variations to the houses and so on, but I like it. I can't actually use lighting here because apparently it glitches the landscape, so I'm kind of fake lighting. Anyway, clock tower up there is where you typically spawn I'm gonna turn off the music. Clock tower up there is where you normally spawn in the Trenzalore setting in Fallout 2. It's just I actually made the mesh for it now, so before it was just a shack with a solar tower on top of it for some reason. Anyway, so that's all I've gotten as far as the actual dialogue, so I haven't actually set up the quest markers to continue things forward, but essentially the whole idea of it is there's a time war. I've already said that, but there's a time war and you get caught up in it. The 3 kind of big combatants, I guess, are Gallifrey with the Great Houses, the Enemy, and Faction Paradox. Faction Paradox being kind of a neutral group that basically temporal, I don't know, pranksters would be a good word, I suppose. I'm actually planning on having the player able to assist either Time Lords or Faction Paradox or some variation thereof, but they don't really like each other, so if you do that, you're gonna get hell from one side or the other. Like I said, most of the stuff I've done is, well, it's disconnected. I've got a kind of story in my head, but as far as actually putting the quest down, I've just really done the landscape, the items, things like that. I hate doing dialogue in the Fallout editor, so loading screens are fun. Don't type that code. It does bad things to you. So I'm just gonna kind of show off a few different places I made. Arcadia I've already done videos of, and it's not really gonna be a part of this. It was just kind of an experiment. Gonna show off the no, not the Dalek Building Falling. That place is not ready at all. Actually, none of these are except for Christmas. Whatever. I'll show this off anyway. This place here, with its weird sky, is going to be, well, I'm not going to explain what it's going to be, but basically just kind of setting up the mechanics of the place right now. And few seconds later you start to die. So, yeah, that's about it, honestly. Just oxygen bubbles. Expect lots of Dalek stuff. Not related to the main quest, but lots of Dalek stuff. Dalek guys, DMAT guns. DMAT guns that the computer, the player can use. And shit. I'm out of things to say already. I really should have thought this through. Bye. Just kidding. Here I am again. I completely forgot about this place. I'm good about that. So this is complete work in progress. None of these enemies actually attack me. They should, because I'm about to shoot them, but so this is one of the weapons I've made. Kind of looks like the, what do you call it? The Dalek, whatever, the Dalek gun from Fallout Who. A little bit. That's because it is. But it, what do I call it? Dalek Eradicator is the name right now. I'll probably change that at some point, but essentially it removes the enemy from history. When I finally add it in, it's only going to be useful in a few circumstances, but yes. Now the echoey voices stopped. No, they didn't. They just got quieter. Anyway, and it's kind of a god mod item, honestly. I'm thinking I'm gonna make it break after every use, but right now I'm just kind of showing off the architecture here now. So kind of this whole thing is just kind of full of rooms that have these terminals in them. Read the terminal; it tells you kind of a little bit about what's happening, but for the most part, you can just walk through without reading them. It's kind of boring if you don't read them, though. So you should. It's important. Lore. Anyway. So this whole place is kind of a maze, as you can tell. Ignore that for now. You walk over here, you're back in the beginning. You walk over here, you're back here. It's exactly like the TARDIS interior that everybody loves. And I love watching you love it, so... Here's a tip, by the way. If you hate the TARDIS interiors, don't get lost in them, because I'll laugh at you, and that makes me want to make them even more confusing. Because it's funny. Anyway, or don't show yourself being lost in them. Anyway. I'm not really that evil, I'm just... yeah, this whole place is like this right now. That part's unfinished. I probably shouldn't have come down here. Oh god. Why did I come down an unfinished hallway? Time for no clip. Anyway. And there you go. That's how you die doing a stream. That is how you end a stream. By falling slowly down a hallway.